This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. Oh. Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Link Up Podcast with you, Mr. King, Kana Woods here in the building.
Yo, what's good?
Today we got a full house in the building. It's been a while since we had like the full Link Up squad here. You know, we got Rashid and Kalissa here as well. And
yeah, you say King, Kana Woods. Today we have Kalissa though, but it's okay.
No problem.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant on camera. My bad.
Like that.
Kana here?
Kana here too. I
mean, he here. But usually you don't like do the intro to who on camera.
No,
my bad.
Well, so we got the man himself.
Y'all gonna still hear the laugh.
I did a complete intro basically. I acknowledged everybody in the room, and then I was trying to get into we got a guest here in the building as well.
Special guest.
Yes. We got Denzel here.
Mr. Denzel.
Yes. a.k.a. Kulchaman.
Yes, in the building.
And as we was talking before we start recording, I feel like you should give an explanation as to where exactly the Kulchaman come, how that is like tied in.
No, my name is Denzel. Then call me Kulchaman. Recently, it's a recent thing because last year while I'm living in Holland, I still keep my cultural roots and stuff. And I live I used to live in a big house with few other partners, but they always see me like so you say. I'm from Aruba, right? So any period of cultural activities, we say national flag days or something like that, carnival, Christmas times, whatever, I would always play the type of music that links with that time of period. So they would come in the room like, you Kulchaman, I say, I like it though. So
just run with it.
Yeah, just run with it, and I went to compete in the Soca Monarch. I said Soca Monarch from Aruba. And I came down as Kulchaman, and from then, make that name on the road. And everybody just, Kulchaman now.
Okay. So, a lot of our guests, our listeners then I should say, probably might not be familiar with you, you know.
All right.
Most of them I assume, not assume. According to you two, most of our listeners are from Martin.
Yes.
So, you could give a little background on yourself, how you got into music. Who was Denzel really?
For sure. Well, from young age, I grew up in a musical family. My grandfather is singers. Grew up in the church singing, singing in the church. Always on a podium. But then I broke out a little bit. Not rebel, but I mean, I went to a Catholic church. I'm a Methodist. I went to a Catholic church and I saw like live drums and stuff like that. And I was like, yo, this is my kind of jam. So one day I was recording an instrumental and from the band, and I went home and I wrote something and I presented to them, and they was like, oh, you're going to be on the CD. And then that's how I became part of the band. So I started performing with a live band from 15, 16, concerts and stuff like that, big podiums. And I kept climbing up. When the band broke up, I started making awareness music. Anti-bullying and these type of things. Start performing at schools. People. I reached out and people reached out to me too. So that was nice to see. And overall, especially in the community. So within the community, I was always active. And I came to Holland, and I always had a thing to root like funniness. Anything that comes to mind, and I started actually doing some urban music and stuff. And as I was here, I linked up with a partner named Karikson from Aruba already. He's a well-known DJ, shout out. And he said we jumped on a track together, It's Too Cold. And that broke out really quick. And on Aruba, that's a funny story actually. The day after it was supposed to release, but the day before I was in the line to get in the club, and I'm in the line and I'm hearing my tune playing inside, and it's not even released. So I was like, yo, security, so you got me in the line, my song playing inside, what type of shippiness is this? So that song also continued blowing up like that. But my first video clip actually was Bam Bam here in Holland, and that's really where I gathered all the people on my connects and stuff, and to make something happen. And from these two songs, I really got started getting activities and events to perform at this. It was a journey though, but it's still running.
So when you reached to the Netherlands, that's when you started to explore more in the urban side of
Yeah,
music?
correct.
So yeah.
Yeah, man.
Denzel, I got a quick question for you. When you came to the Netherlands, that's when you started focusing on urban music, or were you also doing urban music on the island?
I mean, before I left the island, I had one song
Hey.
called Potload. And that was a random thing though, because
That's pencil for those
pencil,
who don't
yes,
speak
correct.
Dutch.
Yes. So it was a pencil song.
So you want to give the story on that song? Or?
It's pretty crazy. It was this girl. She asked me to write a song for her. I was like, okay, for what? And she said, okay, a pencil. And that song became a video clip and everything. So I went. I released it in Holland. Even when I went back on vacation, people would randomly just call me Potload, Potload. I was like, oh, okay, it really stick like that. So that was like, you could say, my first urban tune. But when I reached Holland, I saw it more serious, you know, and the club scene and all of that. You know, Aruba never been into that, so not performing at least. So here, it was I got to make music for people to dance, you know, and yeah, so I went into the urban section, but yeah, the soca scene, you know, I couldn't leave it behind. And I seen that nobody really doing it here. So why not, you know? And as a performer and as a soca artist, why not do it? And I seen people move to it, and people that don't understand nothing that I'm saying, but they still move to it. So let's do that too. Yeah.
But how did that go? I guess, how was that received by your parents and things, since you say like you have a church background and stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
How was it transition to that kind of the
is?
urban and the kind of
You know what
They don't know.
What a thing is.
Yeah. You know what the thing is? I'm really I don't try to hide much. So I was very active on Facebook. So I would post my church things and stuff like that back then. But you will well see me in my carnival. You know, I had people in the church that were going carnival and these type of things. But I didn't try not to see the bad and all of that. You know, I just make sure that I doing good by myself, and I got my morals and all of that. So I stick to what my foundation is, and they had no problem with that. So
your family was cool with it?
Yeah.
And everything?
My mom though, she at a certain time she really started getting more serious in the church and stuff like that. And she said, "Dance, you know, don't forget where you come from. You know, don't let loose of the foundation that you have. You know." I said, "No, I would never leave that behind. I always carry it with me, and you know, it made me who I am today. So that would make sure that even if I do soca, dance, or urban, reggae, whatever type of music, I wouldn't spoil. I won't let that foundation go in vain, you know."
Yep.
So yeah.
So how long you been making music in total?
You say make music. I wrote my first song when I was 15 maybe. But that was gospel scene. But in the gospel scene, it was a pretty big of a hit only through radio, because I didn't really use the platform, SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, none of these things. So it was just radio pushing it, and we had a big concert. And I was surprised that I told the band, you know, shush, you know, leave the crowd sing the song, and the crowd knew my whole song. So that was my first ever song. And from then on, I said, hey, this is my type of style, you know, hey, I could do this, so let's continue doing this. And up to now, I've been making music for all kind of organization, myself, even Carnival, for children to compete with, national spelling bees. Yeah, pretty much.
Music for the spelling bee?
Yeah, they asked me to write a national spelling bee anthem, you could say. A jingle. You put a jingle.
Boy, you're probably the first person I know that ever did that.
Bro,
I be having the most random
I'm not gonna lie. I wish they asked me now, because back then I was like, okay, it's just like, okay, I didn't see it as a national thing, TV, and I was just like, okay, let me put something together, and yeah, it's for the kids, man, no problem. But you know,
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah,
I didn't even
me
know
neither.
the spelling bees had jingles. And
ministers and thing was all in the front. I was like, wow.
you remember how it went?
So when I was on the stage, I was like, oh, it's big like this. So Yeah.
Can I rewrite?
Bye.
I'm like, we can't like reschedule this or something.
We all need to get into the spelling. We
Yeah.
seen then by what?
But-
Ministers and things?
Yeah. And people, they told me, I remember, I think it was, this tell me, then on TV. I said, I am on TV for what? This national spelling. I said, no. So yeah, I got few performances that I wish, I could have dedicated a little more, but it wasn't bad. It was good. It was good enough.
You remember the jingle yard, right?
But I try not to. But it was alright. It was home for the age that I had, and the reasons they asked me for, and for the age group, it was good enough.
Yeah.
So no problem with that. That's
How
for sure.
old are you, by the way?
I'm now 22. September about to be 23.
Okay, you're a young fella, man.
Yeah, man. Oh wait. So now
I'm 27 now.
27.
28.
28.
Bunch of old
26.
folks.
All right. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Richie got something going on.
Me and
there.
Rashid, we young.
We
Not a
soon-
young blood on the podcast.
Hey, we gotta have balance, right?
Yeah.
Balance.
I feel it there. What up?
If not, we'll be talking about porridge and
What? You ain't that old, You're not that old. I mean,
Porridge.
But yeah. No,
Yeah.
Yo,
no lie though.
I love porridge, though.
No lie.
not
You-
me. That's
I feel
not my
like
thing.
people will start getting their life together when they start eating porridge.
I ain't gonna lie.
Like I ain't gonna lie.
So porridge is what is
Like,
making
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of agree.
Porridge and,
Indeed, porridge in your life if you
and
wanna get it
grown
together.
folks can't drink milk. Once you start buying that almond milk,
Nah, though.
it's over.
Almond milk is good shit, man. We're just trying to transition, go to the vegan life and be healthy and all of that. That's all.
Yeah, but like at a certain
Shout
age,
out-
I feel
shout
like
out
you
to my
can't
people,
stomach you can't stomach
Regular
that
milk?
lactose no more, no.
Hey, black people can't drink milk, no.
But they still do.
Yo, I've never met a black man that say, yo, I drink milk and I good. There's always some type of, yo, I drink milk, my stomach hurts, dog. I can't drink much, no. There's always
But
something.
it's a fact, right? That
Yeah, it is also
fact,
science
most
behind that and all
black
of
people
that.
are lactose intolerant, but they still drink it though. Like
We've
because
been
it goes
taught
for your
to.
bones. That's what they hear.
They tell us forever.
Yeah,
All
that's
the got
stuff
milk
that-
commercials
that
and
has
milk
more
make
calcium
strong
in it.
bones and all of
Yeah.
these things.
They got Michael Jordan without the
milk
mustache, but
mustache.
still
Why?
somehow has the milk mustache.
Yeah.
Marketing, boy.
Yeah, man. They know.
It's all about the marketing.
But I don't drink milk though. Like, no.
Almond milk or just no milk at
I
all?
did drink almond milk though. For the porridge.
Yeah, the porridge.
Yeah, man, for the
You
porridge.
need it.
I'll
You
do
gotta
that.
try oat milk, dog. Life changing.
Also, but
I never tried
just the milk. No man.
milk,
The almond was the furthest I would try though. So that was all right.
We getting a little off track.
Yeah.
though.
So then
Sorry,
we
yeah.
got some
Okay, I got a question.
project.
You know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I was right about to say that. What's your new upcoming projects? Anything you're busy with? No performances. What going on?
Yeah. Right. I just came back from the Soca from Aruba, and I'm not gonna lie. Very quickly,
Calista, that was the thing you had sent us a clip from, right?
Oh yeah.
the performance.
Yeah, Calista had sent us a little
The
clip of the performances.
Kulchaman.
Yeah, in the red
Because
suit.
I was
Yeah.
asked her to help me do a little research because I
Yeah.
didn't really know much about you
Yeah.
like that before. So
Is that
It wasn't in a red suit. It was
The one in white.
The white, yeah.
that was the pre-finals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that day I was sick, bad sick. I couldn't believe it reached down to that. I've been preparing months, and I was gonna get sick there. But I ain't gonna lie, I found I sang better there than the actual performance. But the performance from the finals had show. I was moving, I was tired. I never get so tired. I thought I was gonna die on the stage, for real. But I did say if I got to die on the stage, I would do it because I was going all in. I stopped what I was doing here for a while and I went there to do it. So
that was your first time in the Soca Monarch?
yes, and something I've been dreaming for years. So I said, it's fine. I calling myself a soca artist, and you ain't even perform on your stage back home. So it's time to do that,
But I feel
So-
like people was encouraging you for years to go on that stage.
They were, but then was my mother in the back of my head. Then your school,
Don't forget where you're coming from. Yeah.
And so I didn't really get to pursue that, And I had one time I reached out to a band, but then I was young, and then they said, you don't really make songs for children no more. I was like, okay. I was still in my teens, so I couldn't participate in the adult one. So I didn't really worry anymore. So I
Was
just
it the
kept.
Groove?
No, that was NBO back then.
NBO.
NBO back then.
I don't know who NBO is.
MBO is the one Aruba band that always uses in Martin.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
But I must say, like MBO from I grew up with them in cheering parades and all of that.
But that's true. Every time I used to see you like in the lineup dancing.
Yeah, MBO was always my band.
Switch up, eh?
Yeah, but I didn't.
Switch up twice. Okay then. Okay.
Yeah, just exploring. You see
exploring.
where I fit in. But the reason, like a lot of people ask me why didn't I went with MBO this year, but it was just because Le Groove is a slow paced band. But I wanted people to see that I could bring a difference in that band. They could play a power soca, and we could do this. So if I went with MBO, it was to be expected. Oh, you gonna come up with something like that. But with Le Groove, it's like, oh, what you gonna come with then? So that's the reason I actually went
I would
with
have
them.
gone with the groove too. Sorry.
Yeah.
I love MBO though.
I love MBO too.
Kind of
But I mean, just the vibe.
Yeah, I understand.
These time all is behind the groove.
Yeah.
But do you have a favorite genre since, like you say, you touch so many different things, a little urban, a little... what would you say is your favorite?
Wow. Reggae, for sure.
Bye.
Reggae is first and foremost. Like from young already. You could spread out from reggae to dance or reggae to so whatever, So I would say that. And soca became after, I used to love listening and jam to soca but not really perform. So I would quicker do conscious music like Isasha. These man I like these man I would listen to, I don't know, this type of music, and I would quicker perform songs like that or like write songs in that direction. So just conscious, awareness and these type of things. So that I would say that I would express myself better in those type of music. Expression. But yeah, soca, you run a beat, I jump on it one time. Ayo.
I had a question though, this kind of like from a conversation we was having last week about soca and stuff like that, and I saw that there was an Aruban young lady who came into clarifying the comments, talking about some of the stuff you were saying was incorrect, and I was like, would you say Tumba is a subgenre of soca?
No.
Or is something completely different?
Tumba is... No, okay, you... No.
Oh, I would say, yeah, maybe she got it confused. Maybe not Tumba,
she wasn't saying that it's the same thing, but we had a guest on and he was kind of giving the explanation of what he feel soca is, and we were just talking about different soca in different countries and stuff like that, how it's different on each island more or less. And he was saying like Tumba is kind of like just Aruban soca more or less. The ABC island soca type of thing.
Like
I tell him that's more so Curacao.
Yeah, that's Curacao thing.
But it's not Tumba. Tumba is not like, I wouldn't even like, it's celebrated around Carnival season, but it's not soca. It's not soca.
It's not
like
soca.
if you listen to Tumba, it has more of a relationship with Latin drums, and if it came from somewhere, it came from a subsidiary from Colombia or Venezuela, and all of, because Aruba is a
multicultural,
of different cultures, and if we're gonna celebrate music during a time period, it's not weird that Tumba would be would come out of all of those people that live on that tiny island.
Okay, but like I honestly think you misinterpret what Ramo was saying now.
I don't know what Ramo was saying. I didn't listen to that part.
You listen to it, so you don't watch it. You don't watch
but not the whole thing, not all the time.
You don't listen to
you don't listen to us.
Okay.
It sounds like an attack.
Wow. Okay, so basically, I feel like Ramo, what he was trying to say is like the base of the songs, because look, I grew up in Aruba, and like I listen to like St. Martin music too. I went there for Carnival, and the music sound different, because when I hear a Aruban Carnival, a soca, I know it's Aruba.
Yeah,
I know, because you could hear like the underlying, like the rhythm, something about it, and that's what he was saying. I think he was saying the underlying.
Oh, but then he's talking about the soca, not the Tumba.
Yeah, but he was saying they have like a Tumba vibe. He mean the underlying rhythm, something about it.
But it depends on the band, because then it's like, because Aruba, like each band, the difference
that's
with like
true.
with,
I had said that too.
in St. Martin, a lot of bands, at least like all the bands sound like there's an underlying beat to it. Like all of the rhythm sound technically the same.
They kind of,
but then
have the fast.
Yes.
Following the same structure.
Whereas in Aruba, every band
got this style
sounds different.
I disagree.
Which band sound the same?
I disagree.
Which band sound like
Listen, they don't sound exactly. Le Groove is
just on their own.
To me, Le Groove is the one that sound different, and that's why I'd be behind Le Groove. But like I saying that Aruba, like, it ain't exactly the same, but it have underlying similarities where it kind of got that sway vibe,
you know why too?
Soft,
maybe because
slow,
all bands just take a little bit from each other.
That's true.
That too.
But that is just when they playing. Like, I'm looking at it more of when they make their own songs. Look at it.
Yeah.
When we're in Soca Monarch, you could distinctly hear the different types of
real,
like when they playing all of the songs that
I know that's that band. You're like,
I
could see maybe they try that. I like that. But
they all have their distinct sound. It's not like there's no underlying. What I've noticed recently is that everybody's trying to copy the groove song and they fail it. But
and I had a conversation with Gary, that's the band leader, about that also, and you could never copy the original and be better than them, you know? You never copy the original and be better than the original. So you're going to have to come with your own originality and try to be better than what you in, you know? What you that's what they're going to see. But yeah, you can't come in my yard and...
Okay, but listen, I think what it is I don't think it's like is similar in that way, but I think it got something about it. I know Aruba music when I hear it is like I find soca in Aruba is a little more like, I will compare it more to like groovy and St. Martin, I would think. Like it's a little slower. I don't need, like, I'm not really sure.
That's why I always said like slow soca will hit faster in Aruba than fast ones.
And that's why I like jamming behind the groove, because it hit
like
the
Hot
fast
and Groovy
things.
was playing on the island, I think, for like 7 years. That they still it's still
Hot and Groovy.
It's passion.
How you mean?
Slower soca always hits fast in Aruba, and then like that's why MBO in the beginning, like, it was really high, and then at a certain point, because the trend really started going way more towards like groovy soca, more slow soca, and that's why
that wasn't a trend no more.
That's why I think he was saying that not just Aruba, but the ABC Islands in general, with a lean more towards the groovy side, like more to, because I don't know if it's like the Latin influence on the island or what it is. That's why I thought it was too.
But you know what I think it is you have to observe it, because I think it runs on popularity too, you know. Because look, you have Agalowe Jr., that's a soca artist from Aruba. He opened the doors for, like, say, people like me, who come with that energy, for that power soca. But he used to do the same thing in back then, BMW, you know, those jam back bands, you know, those type of rhythms. But they die out. But he came with that same energy, come with a modern band, you know, who playing modern type of soca of whatever that the Arubians like. He come and bring it in that, and the people they get like, oh, he spark it up back for them. So now he come up with a power soca, and the power soca came in. I was #1 song of the year. You understand? So I know that Arubians could do power.
Well. It's not like it won't hit, but it's just like
come from.
And I think you're accustomed to it being a certain way, and you grew up with it. So I think you naturally have like that preference to the slower, the more like groovy sounding.
And
soca.
Aruba been paying a lot of attention to international soca. So the Aruba know who's a Mr. Killer now. I mean, when Mr. Killer take out Roly Poly, only my district of San Nicolas maybe had know about Roly Poly. But now Mr. Killer come here, run with it. The whole of Aruba now run with it. So they've been paying attention.
Soca way more popular in Aruba.
Let me tell you something.
Because back then used to be Bailable, used to be Da.
And Bailable is Ritmo Cominda, and Da, I can say that it got similarities of soca. You could see it got like,
even take soca tracks and make it into the.
But then there's just.
But then you know what kill me when they have Bailable playing in the parade. No, not the time.
But then it's not Bailable.
That's
then it's Road Fire.
Road Fire.
So it's like, and that is really speed up type of soca.
Yeah, if you had said like Road Fire is legit that.
The soca. So like they have their thing, the Crusoe. Aruba don't really play Road Fire, but got bands that just do it. But it's a Crusoe thing, and you could see that would be this soca, you know. So it got different. Soca, it got so many types. Hey, anybody could distinguish what to them is like this soca, but it's just the beat. It keeps you going, you know. You can find in all types of genre. You can find a little bit of that. could say, hey, I could sing an easier soca song on this Tumba, maybe, you know? So
yeah, and that's pretty much what, that's also what Rama was saying. Like, just every island, they got own sound, they got own soca. They have like a similar base in some ways, depending on how you look at it or which parts of them you look at. But it's different in every place. They take it and put their own spin on it.
yeah, correct.
Just like with food.
Okay, well, you had told me something earlier. That's why I asked you the question, but you didn't catch it. You supposed to be performing in Monarch. Soca Monarch.
Oh, wait. Well, yeah, that's a big announcement. A big one. I recently I signed up to compete in Soca Monarch in London. So there is EUK now, so it's whole Europe and United Kingdom could come and participate there. So I believe I'm gonna be the only one from Holland that's gonna represent. So I found that there's a big opportunity.
So you represent Holland or Aruba?
Of course, I carry Aruba everywhere I go, but it's Europe, United Kingdom.
Yeah.
So I will be representing Holland then.
Okay.
It's kind of funny how that works, right? Because like on your passport, you still somehow end up being like your Dutch descent, and the Netherlands is in Europe, but you can't say like, if you're participating as European, you're not allowed to say Aruba, which is weird, because Aruba would still actually fall under Europe, under technicality.
True. I mean,
I would always represent Aruba. Don't care where it is though. Always. I would say as Dutch and everything, but I would always represent where I come from when I was born in Aruba.
Aruban pride.
Yes, man. You know.
But to go back to the Soca Monarch thing, for people who don't really know about, and that's the one in Aruba talking about.
Yeah.
Like, how exactly that competition was set up, like, and how did you win and did you not win,
Okay. Maybe if you watch international Soca Monarchs, you have it split. You got grooving, you got power, but Aruba don't have that. It's just it's not on that. Everybody got their own thing. Nobody. If they had to split it, maybe it would have maybe 2 groovies alone and maybe 30 power soca maybe. I don't know, but that's so everybody just do their own thing, and now you got the pre-finals. You got like 4 days. All the bands is gonna get the chance to perform and see. And the last night you'll see that who all went through from all the bands them. So I went through to the finals. I think the 3 of our band, 3 songs from our band went through, and one of them won the Soca Monarch.
So is the songs they judging?
They're judging on the song, performance, how you sing, articulation,
crowd,
all of that.
Participation, all
yes. So with me, I'm not gonna lie, I was very, very different. I don't believe, like again, you got Agalobe Junior who also does this power soca, but to see somebody else come and do it, I believe it was kind of weird, But it was also like, hey, who this young guy is, because from when I stepped on the stage, everybody kept jumping. I did not fall into prizes. I did not. Don't know the reason. I didn't even check the points, and none of that. I just say, I came to do what I had to do, and I am satisfied. Everybody from when on the road, everybody just they was on with me. They knew who I was, So I got a voice now there on the big stage, on the biggest
People
stage.
It's still a scam. You was rookie of the year, so
Yeah, well, I haven't got much to say about that, but I just know I did my best.
Scam.
I did my best for my people them.
People in Holland was about to protest that. Jake was about to tear everything up.
I ain't gonna lie, I had a lot of support. I'm not gonna lie, all my friends and family, and my fans, you could say. So also to me, they just hey, family, everybody supporting. They let me know. They send the videos from all up here. Hey, Denzel be on. They buy the pay-per-view to watch me. So I'm grateful for all of them. A lot of names. I want to miss out anybody this time, so I'm gonna just say a lot of names. And yeah, the support was real. And Aruba, whole Aruba, they was there. They had the white rags. Everybody had like so most of them had shirts and everything. So the support was just there. So it just maybe not the prize I got, but everything else around it was home. It was good, you know, in place.
From the footage that I saw from the clip Kalisa had sent us, it looked like it was a good performance, a lot of energy and everything like that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, man. But again, it's something new, you know. It's something new. So I had like a rapping piece in it and all of that. So it's all new. But I don't know what precise what the judges scored on, you know.
Judges are always weird.
Yeah,
let's be honestly, like if there's one thing on the island, like for some reason, like the judges always judge weird.
Yeah, every year it got something, but I don't got like. I'm not complaining at all because, you know, we band still won. Yeah.
You
know?
At least road match don't be as bad as Queen Election.
Yeah, well, Queen Election are way on it.
Hey, like, oh, but this one is the Queen. Okay.
If you want to see Bacchanal, come over for Queen Election. That's real Bacchanal. Carnival is alright, but Queen Election, there's what? You want to see murders fight? No. But I want to talk about the Queen Election. I mean, it'll be proper, but I'm just saying it's Bacchanal. But within the Soca Monarch, that was it. It came as the Soca, and I competed against the Galway Junior, and he did fall in the prize. But this is the guy that I used to look up from when I was young already, you know. So it was nice feeling to, you know, being on the stage with, you know, with
idols becoming rivals.
Yeah, for real. Until one of the last parades that me and him got to sing together for the crowd, and that was like one of the best highlights. You know, there was magic things happening right there before my eyes. Like, oh, this thing happening right now, like this, like how I envision it. Yeah. So those things around outside of the Soca Monarch was also because I felt that I competed already. I was cool. You know, it was time to come back home. You know, I win whatever. You know, time to come back. But the parades and everything, that's really what made, you know, the experience unforgettable.
True. And now you're taking that experience and bringing it to London then.
Yeah, man.
True.
Yes.
So how that come about? How the decision to compete in that one?
Like I say, I got big support for especially from the Dutch soca lovers. One of them, the pioneers, is Saira Coleman, founder of his family self. And she went.
Everybody.
But legit. So we went. She came Aruba also, and support was there too. And as soon as I came back Holland, she said, Denzel, they organized this Soca Monarch before already, but it wasn't open for Europe. Now Europe also is invited, so go, you know, represent, you know. And she clearly sees that, hey, I got what it takes. And to be on the big crowd, and you know, and she have years of experience of seeing and communicating with big artists, and so if she could see that in me, you know, I believe so too. So I took the opportunity, and I talking with them, they communicating back with me, we excited. So yeah, hey, anywhere with the music takes me, I just go with it. You never know. And Olatunji will be a judge there, so you don't know. The man might like me. I don't know. Hey.
Again, put in front of different eyes, people respected in the scene and things.
And you never know, because maybe the Soca Monarch on Aruba, that's just like the Aruban vision on soca. You know what it should sound like and all of that, respect and all of that.
But that's how they judging.
Yeah.
They might look at something from outside a little different, because like they saying what Aruba does with soca. They saying the soca that Aruba like.
Yeah. So it was appealing to the ears, you know, everybody.
So you think in the London, because I guess a more international, different crowd and thing, the type of soca you might come with, they might appreciate it more or something?
Not in the same. Look, when I entered the contest, I know the risk already that, hey, this might be something weird for them. You know, not like this at least. And plus with the groove, hey, something strange, but it's something in a good way. But me going to London is not because I'll get more appreciated there. It's just like, hey, would they see the same what I see in my songs of, you know, in my performances, you know, just how you say
like validation?
Not validation.
I wanted like out of curiosity.
Curiosity. That's it.
Anything you're doing like special to prepare for this London event versus the one that you did in Aruba?
You know, I still I thinking on. I have songs prepared already, and it's just a matter of choosing which one I want to go with, and then do a big project on it, or make a new song. So right now I really don't know, but I know I have backup plans already. So.
How do you make music, Mo? Is it just like kind of a spirit of like a vibe type of thing? You make songs, or like you work towards albums? Like what kind of artists? I don't know. The soca artists even make albums?
Yeah, I mean,
some of them do. Yeah, some of them do.
Yeah,
but
they
mostly,
do. No.
A lot of times you get singles mostly.
Yeah, cause that's most of how I know from soca artists. But
you have like Michelle, like he drops projects.
But I do believe that soca artists will start coming up with albums and stuff because they're exploring more. They're bringing more influences in maybe rap music. You know, all this type of influences. So why not do a big album of different type of music where you can bring out, you know, instead of bringing one single. You want to, you're not just a soca artist, you're an artist, you know, and you want people to see, hey, what's your capacity as an artist. So I believe soon artists will start bringing out albums.
So will you put out any albums though?
You see, a lot of people have been asking me about EP albums and these things, but I believe I have stages in my life, and I just going about with it, see where it takes me. But right now, let's say I'm going to step out as Kulchaman, as the artist. No, I'm not going to be Denzel anymore. Just like Kulchaman is more like, hey, Kulchaman. When you hear Kulchaman, hey, you know,
more unique.
Yeah. Also, but it because it could go on anything. You know, I have an upcoming reggaeton song. Me doing my English soca, I kept that and I put it on a reggaeton. That's different already, but that's something Kulchaman would do. You know, Kulchaman would jump on a rap song, a trap beat, and just do what I just do. And you know, this man, hi, where you going? Big Jam. We were playing a big band, Kylo, this man, rest Miss Kylo, this man. Yeah. But they used to do it. They used to come with a rap flow on this soca beats, you know, they're doing it. So these things I want to pursue, you know, being different, and you catch more crowds, you know. But that's all. I just want to be like, hey, Kulchaman, jump on this thing. Hey, I want to listen to that. And you know.
Okay. So on a Kulchaman album, basically, be like a lot of different vibes.
Yeah,
not just one
that's
type
for
of
sure.
sound you can get.
Yeah, that's for sure. 'Cause I do many different types of music. I don't, but when it comes to performing, then it depends. Like, they want soca from me, I got soca. You want it to be a soca part, and you'll do the soca. Like for instance, I doing tonight I'm performing at Soca versus Dancehall, the 10th anniversary, opening for Motto. It's a soca event, so I ain't gonna bring my urban and stuff in it. I'm going to do my soca sets. So, but if it's tomorrow we got soca, Island Fusion, but with urban and all of that, I got urban music. I could combine it with it. But again, I want them people to say, "Oh, Kulchaman could do that." You know, you could expect that from Kulchaman then.
True.
So if you see me jump on a bachata and something, you
don't be surprised.
Don't be surprised, Kulchaman jump on it.
And it also makes sense. It also makes sense in the island that you come from.
Yeah.
Because if you think about Aruba, like what genre don't we participate in?
Exactly. So why not just try to do all? But I did have one time. Also, they've been asking me, but
with insights.
I mean, he my friend. I ain't gonna lie. So we just talk, and whenever he ready. I ready and
some exclusive information here.
No,
just for y'all.
I'm not saying anything coming out. I'm just saying that if he's ready, I'll be ready also, because he's also one guy that I really look up to like that, because he's really on his own. I find just pushing out his music, pushing out popular to me. That is something to admire from somebody, and you could learn from him. Anytime he had to perform or something, I would just look on the side and just watch he do thing, watch he work with the crowd, and all. You know, I learn. You know, so for sure, I'll do it. I'm just open for all of that.
For people that ain't familiar with the Aruban scene that much, like, who would be some artists that you recommend that they check out? Who's some of your favorite?
Well, of course.
Not just in the soca scene, just Aruba in general.
Big artists, Jayon.
Worldwide, that's Jayon is...
I think he's probably right now the biggest.
Yeah, for sure.
He wrote
that song
Machika with J Balvin.
And Anita.
And Anita. Then you have X as well. He wrote that song.
Over 1 billion views. With Nicky Jam.
It's a bunch of songs right now what he's doing a lot, he's writing a lot of the songs, but he's also like stupid talented.
Yeah.
Stupid talented. He did like R&B, hip hop, soul music.
He used to do jingles too, no?
Also, you see, but it all started like that.
He jingles.
No man,
he used to do that for fast food
commercials.
Yeah.
So you know, you could see, like if somebody that knew him, you could see his whole
trajectory.
Yeah, exactly. You could see it how he grew. He had a band too. He went and he competed in song festivals. You know, he created his own name. He was first Biggie Boy. He changed it to Jayon, international, more mature. You know, he stopped singing vulgarity and all of these things. He started doing only positive music. All of these things, but blow up, reach worldwide 1 billion views on YouTube.
Yeah. I think he signed to Universal.
True.
When I saw that, I was like, I expect that.
But it's only that. But he opening doors. He making
for sure.
Children on Aruba.
The Voice, a.k.a. judging and saying.
Correct. He letting children see that you could make it big worldwide.
What's The Voice, a.k.a.?
Oh, the school had like the voice competition, and the area there was televised, and he was a judge, and he was performing and whatnot. But man's could sing, I ain't gonna lie.
This is like the MBO from Aruba, you know. So every after high school, most of the students go to that school. So it's filled with talent of all the sectors that they have. This.
So other than this Jayon person,
we got more though.
Banda by Labasi.
You got the Rocco.
Yeah,
but this is
the band, like.
But that's why most of these artists are affiliated with bands. You got Claudius Phillips, known for making hits.
Claudius Phillips.
Yeah. You got Anthony Gary, who's the band leader of Le Groove. Many soca hits.
I heard of Le Groove as well.
Janiro
Eisen, also a friend. You know,
you said that first there. What?
Janiro.
Oh,
Ataniro.
I thought you said Daniro. I was like, who the hell is Daniro?
I started with a D, but
I know.
I got braces. Certain things don't come out the way they're supposed to.
But Shaniro also, you could see how he reached. You know, he's been doing from long. So he's allowed to call himself the legend because he did influence.
He was one of the first artists in Aruba to blow up in the Netherlands.
Yeah, exactly.
This band.
Buleria?
No. It's an old band. They used to make slow rock and
Entwine.
Yeah.
Entwine. I hope you're happy.
Big.
Abroad. Big. Yeah. So you got them. But I gonna start bigging up my people. Them just Galloway Junior big too. We got he hits them back then to now we got it. Because in the soca scene, you got these people. Them you got your Valentino King. You got.
And could international people or people outside find this music like it's on Spotify? Is any of this stuff on streaming services and YouTube at least and then?
You see that?
Maybe SoundCloud.
Yeah.
YouTube for sure. Yeah. Spotify with Jayon, yes. Because he signed to Universal, so a lot of his songs are starting to pop up on Spotify.
Yeah. But you see
that's
the thing?
When it comes to soca, then it's like a grey area.
Like Buleria, for sure you can find on YouTube and stuff.
And that's a band.
On YouTube, you can find a lot of the things, but on Spotify, because the way Carnival used to work, it's like every song that you participate in. Back then, what was it called again?
Calypso Road March.
Calypso Road March. When you participate with your song in Calypso Road March,
it's on a page.
The songs that you participated, they own it. And that's like it's a very weird.
They paying for the recording sessions and things for the contestants.
So how it would be like? Okay, you have your CDs and you could sell that, but they could also sell the CD, because they paying everybody that participates gets paid, but that payment also includes the license for them to use the songs that reach finals and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's a reason why all of these artists were fighting for. There was a lot of rights they were fighting for.
Okay.
It wasn't just
that was the bacchanal.
It wasn't just the money, the payout. It was the royalties and all of that. They were fighting for a lot of things.
But you see, if Aruba start getting busy with Spotify and these, but Aruba, you can't really use Spotify according to me. I mean, it's not based.
Yeah, you can't. If you live on the island, it's very hard to upload a track.
Yeah, via Spotify.
Yeah.
So streaming.
The banking system in Aruba is not there yet. In
so
the sense of
they will quicker use SoundCloud.
Do they have PayPal?
Yeah,
but you can't connect none of your existing account money, bank or anything to the PayPal. You have to have a credit card, but the credit card is going to be based in the States, not in Aruba. Every credit card is that's sold in Aruba, the base of that card is in the US.
Yeah, what he said about that.
Well, that's why it's very
everybody were like, no, we don't use Spotify, none of that, but they would quicker upload stuff on SoundCloud and on YouTube. But Facebook also is popping, you know, is you could upload a video and that thing would blow up. Like,
if you want to listen to a Aruba track, go to SoundCloud.
Yeah, you'll find SoundCloud.
I mean, there's a lot of Simon soca artists, at least in recent history, like a lot of music from the Soca Rumbles and stuff like that. Those competitions in particular, all of that is on SoundCloud.
Bro, when I go rhythm hunting, I just be on SoundCloud. I just be going deep. Who this? Maybe he got few followers, but he got good beats. I'll contact them and all of that because that's where you find it. So SoundCloud is a good, base, but Holland and on the bigger scene, it's recommended
for the international people. If any international people listening to this now and they're interested in any of the artists we mentioned, or they want to learn more about the Aruban soca scene and thing.
My advice would be quicker follow them on Instagram and on Facebook and see where the music being distributed at. That would be quicker. But like if you out there, me, find me on Spotify, YouTube. We there, Instagram. So you'll find us there. But it's just Aruba in that modern scene, we're going to step up a little bit. And once that happens, trust me, Aruba got talent. They got it. So they gotta use it though. They gotta use what they could grasp on to make it where they want to make it.
I feel like it's just the same thing with like Simon artists. Not to say that all of them is just like nobody that put music on Spotify and those type of things, but it's just a lot of it on SoundCloud. I think it's still like developing stage, and in the music or the money then ain't really in it, like you said, the organization around collecting money and royalties and all these things from streaming. Although I feel like they certainly could do it with. Like there's ways to do it for them if they wanted to, if they got good recordings and things.
But like you said,
just with a PayPal, like you may not be able to get it on your actual your Aruban bank account or whatever, but you got PayPal wallet, pay for shit with the PayPal.
Yeah, I understand, but you like here it's easier to pay. Like if you're going to buy something, you can then pay.
There's more things that would accept PayPal.
Yes, whereas in Aruba, even like they accept PayPal on websites or whatever. But the problem is we don't have a PO box. So now you're buying stuff. Maybe you're buying equipment from the States or whatever, but you don't have a PO box to drop it. Yeah.
But
so there's.
But like I said, like nowadays they're moving towards that. So I seen artists my age self, they got
younger artists gravitating towards the streaming.
Yeah, they got the Spotify accounts. They got these things going. They got it rolling already. They feed the clips on point, looking like movies and stuff. So they're reaching there. So I just saying that maybe back then the necessity of having a Spotify account of distributing. It wasn't like a necessary like. If you come here, like, hey, you could get money off of that. Hey, that would be motivation to, hey, let me pursue this distribution thing. But on Aruba, it's quicker, like, if with live performances, those things you would get your money.
Radio still popping on
radio, those things,
yeah,
of course. So
I think it's just an island. Like the smaller islands. I think it's just a smaller island problem, you know. Not a problem, but it's just that's how it. It's faster to work that way. But direct marketing, because it's a small island. You don't need to.
But if they would pursue that, what? They reach far. I tell you.
So, is there anything that we missing that we didn't cover? Like that you would say that you would want people to know about you in particular?
What?
Or music wise, anything like
the 27th of June. Oh lad, time to wake up.
Get up 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Don't judge me.
You living a good life.
Let me go check his night off, sir, because last time
no, the 27th of June I got my reggaeton song produced by Villa Beats. It's called My Señorita. Just Kulchaman doing his thing on a reggaeton beat. This song was done from last year, but I said to step on this scene, I said let me take all my time with it. I filmed the video clip on Aruba. It's ready. I just got the trailer for it, so everything is ready and going. This month we're gonna start promoting it until the 27th. So be pending. Check me on Instagram, Facebook, Culchagram, call it. Check it, follow it. You don't know. And you'll be updated for sure the 27th. My Señorita will be out. Reggaeton Kulchaman. And yeah, we got more things coming for sure. I've been working on other singles with other producers. And once that's done, I would also be displaying them. Hey, we start promoting all of that. So and currently right now, I do have a band that's willing to back me up. So let me say, when you hear Kulchaman, you might start expecting that, he coming with a band, you know. And that I left Aruba singing in a band and to come Holland and finding people that's just willing to not even to be a band but just represent me as the band. And that was really, I'm forever grateful for that. And we're gonna start putting in work, and we keep leveling up, like that. I just see we just keep on growing, so expect more, and things now start. So
and as far as like parties and stuff, like you
so covers dance all you mentioned.
Yes, correct.
But not only that, I know you used to perform a lot at Luke's. So what's going on there? You're still
I
got
to tomorrow. It's big.
Hey, DJ.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
we coming to
but
that
that's
one.
Gonna be like when this episode is like the heroes won't be able to go, but you miss the if you weren't there, you miss a good party.
I want to big up Looks, of course. That's where I really start in the club scene. Is in The Hague, and most of the Aruban crowd is there too. So the support was always real. Anytime I come, I grew a lot in that club. I had a different style to be when I really came out as a soca performer. So I had a different style, and I had to adapt to the crowd and say, hey, sometimes this would do, sometimes that wouldn't do. So when I really came out and I found my voice and found my style, and I knew to dominate, I said, this is what I gotta do. And that's all I learned in that club. So I'm grateful for Looks. Tomorrow, you don't know, Woods, we gonna mash it up.
Boy, for true, dog.
Mash up.
And we got some Hennessy's in the back too. Cheer us on.
To keep it nice and easy. But yeah, further, I ain't gonna like this month was hectic. I had like a good 5 to 6 playouts. I'm going Berlin next week. With the Dutch Soca Lovers, I get to play out there too in Berlin. So it's slowly across, and people might see me there.
Where all have you performed?
I've performed Aruba, Holland, Macedonia last year.
Okay.
Macedonia.
They got soca scene in Macedonia.
Dutch Soca Lovers again.
If they got a soca scene in Japan, trust me, they got a soca scene.
Macedonia wanted them,
But they understand nothing. They don't understand nothing. Trust me. But they was on. They was dancing.
Macedonia had all you decked out.
Yeah. But on a real though, Macedonia don't really see black people. They don't. So when you walk on the road and people will really come like, what are you? I had like rubbing the skin, seeing if the color going to come off. All of these things was happening there, So it was really weird. Crazy. They want to come kiss you up, and they're like, it was a tension. Like whoa, it was a different vibe. But sometimes I get a little too.
Yeah, I could.
Hey.
How much time you spend there? Just for the performance?
No, we went for the carnival itself. He was invited to be in the route and all of that. On the road, it was different. They got their own culture. It was nice and everything, but we got just the soca, you know. We just do what we do, get wild and dance, you know, invite people to come in, whatever. And toevallig, we had to perform at a party, an elegant party. With I don't these high position people, I don't know. But that's where we had costumes and everything, and I had performed for them. So they went with me as their soca artist. So that was nice. So that was abroad. So Macedonia, and now Berlin will be my first time performing there. I went to Berlin last year for Carnival, but I didn't perform there. So I'll perform on a stage there. And London, yeah, that would be my first performance there too.
True, so, true.
I see videos in Berlin. I can't see you, but
no, Berlin is wild.
Berlin is crazy.
Wild. London is big. London is big and eventful for sure. I mean, the parades, I'll give you that. London is amazing. But Berlin, the events and the parades together and Soca lovers together in one place, that's crazy. You reach, you change clothes, you go party. Come back, change clothes, go to the next party till morning again. Come back, you sleep maybe 4 hours, get dressed, you go on party, come back. 3 parties in one day. Crazy. I came back and I had a fever out of this world.
Soca fever.
What? I was in my
yeah, but you kind of do it to yourself too.
Yeah, I just push myself. But yeah, I did already, you know. Just like with Soca Mona, I get sick.
Yourself?
No, I push myself. I came all the way here. I'm going to see everything. And last year, Berlin, this first time I get to speak with Cass. And that was like, you could say a highlight of my life, because yo, that man, I've seen him, you know, like from long way. And when I was walking up to him, the man said, hey, you look like my brother. You know, like, what? Wait, okay. And then I just told him, asking him, you know, if you have a tip to tell me as a soca upcoming artist, what would it be? This man talk like 5 minutes in my ear, just wisdom. Just make sure I got my own craft, you know, be yourself, you know, all these things. I was like, wow, keep talking, you know. So it was a highlight of my life, you could say. So great things has happened out there.
Who's your favorite soca artist, like outside of the Aruban scene? Who would say some of your favorite soca artists? Or just artists in general, outside of soca? Since you seem to be a pretty diverse guy, you listen to I assume you listen to different things, since you say if you're making urban, you're making reggaeton, you're making soca.
Look.
Yo.
I ain't gonna lie, you might find it maybe weird, but I got like labels for them just because I used to, long ago, I used to like rock music and stuff like that. I used to love rock. And so I listened to one Marshall song, and that was
everything
it for me.
Changed.
It was it for me. If like Marshall, I've talked to this, Marshall is the God home. Mr. And I give him that, you know, but everybody would choose Marshall. So I would also say like lyrical that I say my father home, that's my father. This man knows, he knows what I want to hear in the music, you know. And then you got Uncle Cass, boy, right there. Cass, you know, you see these three diverse, you know, different, but all of them lyrical and special in their own way. And
is there a place you would want to perform? Like, if there's one place you really want to perform, like a country or island, where would that be?
I mean, why not in Trinidad and Tobago?
Going to the home of soca.
Yeah, why not there? In a big stage, you know. I would, as a soca artist, that would be the dream. Just a performance there, you know.
But do you see yourself like as a soca artist or an artist that makes soca? Because I'm trying to figure out like where to put you. Like
the band leader asked me also. I'm like, okay, but if you have to see yourself as an artist, what artist? And I would say soca artist. I would say soca artist because the performing, the energy and the performance, that's me right there. I could do other music and all, but I'm more of a performer than just a singer or a music. I like to be in front of the crowd. I feed off of the energy of the crowd. So on the stages, that's my home there. So I would say soca, you know, as a soca artist. And soca could go worldwide. It's going already, you know. It's reaching there. Marshall pushing it out there. Cass. Whoa, all of the global, so why not?
I would find it weird if this year Drake drops an album and like 50% of it is soca. I
wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
I would not find it weird.
But go ahead. Good.
No, it's fine.
I know, but like
Denzel is the only one I care with. Like, thank you for not interrupting me, like Woods.
No hard feelings. Wow. But you look at a Popcorn. You know, this man I just listen to a lot of, and I love how he does make his music. And back then I wasn't a big fan at all, but now I really start listening to him and say, look how we reach. No, back then it's like, I ain't gonna lie, but then I was
look is because Kana feel Popcorn can't perform.
Yeah, Kana when he see Popcorn live and he was very disappointed because he performed in the village
he wasn't feeling it.
No? So
no, but okay, but I'm not talking about perform. I talk about music because you're talking about Drake and all of that. Drake got songs with Popcorn. Yeah, Popcorn just doing his thing, and he reached there because they like his style. I could do that music too, and UK is right there. You know, is quick. I ain't saying quick, but it could happen, and that's why I just keeping my options open. You know, don't be just stick to one thing and just. I'll be ready if it's a Soca event. I could do that. I could pull it off. But if a Drake hear something like this and be like, "Hey, dancer, what? I like that voice what you got there. I like that thing where you just do it. You could do that. Yeah, I could do that. Let me do it. You know, I see where that takes me then. So I just wherever it takes me, I go."
Okay, well, back to the question I was trying to ask just now. You got anywhere in the U.S. that you would want to perform? Because I hear some places that'll be wild up there, like. Where it was? Florida talk?
You talking about?
No, it was, right? Roma had said that.
It was in
Miami.
Well, in the US, you talking about the Soca scene?
Yeah, I hear that. It wild up there, like party.
It does. But I'm not really familiar with because US so big. I just hear Brooklyn. They got Carnival. Got Miami, Carnival. You know, I never went, so I'm not really familiar with that.
Stuff like that. Mostly the big cities would have some type of carnival because a lot of island, like black. I'm just gonna say, black people live there, and where most black people collide, Soca would be.
You can find some Caribbean people, and you can find Soca music, as a result.
Yeah. Well, but you got any place in the states you're interested in performing in?
To be honest, I never really look into that, states because. I don't know. I find Holland big. And the Europe is very big, and you could do a lot of things here already. So I never really look as far to states. I would quicker look at United Kingdom, England, right there, London, then quick states. But I believe like maybe in the rap scenario of like dance or music type, it could reach over there, but not with the Soca scene. I didn't really
like that's something that Roma was talking about. Like to mention him again, like just in general, he had like kind of list off all the different carnival events that they have worldwide and stuff, and like basically saying that carnival happening every week, every month. Like you could find a Soca event almost everywhere in the world. And that just looking at it like. You gotta make more music and think about that, cause like I could perform ever. It's not just limited to like Soca in Carnival in St. Martin is in April. That's it. It's like there's a whole world you could explore if you're just following the Soca vibe.
Correct. And that's what I admire about these Soca artists actually doing it, and that's something I would like to become too in that sense, because hey, these people paying them to come to their party, paying flight tickets and everything, accommodations to do what you love. And everybody just having a nice time, they're traveling and they're doing this, So
that's the life of an artist.
Yes. So and Soca, Soca artists doing this, they're making it within this, you could do big things with it. So I believe
like they're saying Soca reached Japan and things like that, all kind of places.
They're going crazy there. Don't talk about dance or music itself, going the heads and things, spinning, they got it, they could compete.
I feel like they
got years of training with spinning without even music attached to it. Now they got music by.
What?
They're gonna be
one time, easy.
I mean, it's like the Jabberwockies, Japanese kill everything they get. They like whatever they get to. Once they discover hip hop, they're like, yo, we're gonna be the best pop locking break dancers you ever see and shit like that.
Yeah.
Soca no different.
And they just dedicate to it. So once you put dedication to it, you can make your stand in what you're doing, I believe. So
what do you want to talk about? KFC chicken?
Okay, look, right? So I gotta set this out straight. For the people that don't know, I'm a vegan, so
I don't.
Some stories,
you can't taste the food.
Some but there's always new watchers, so I gotta make that statement. But Now, KFC is, for some reason, I saw the story that they selling plant-based chicken. I was happy. I was like, yo, they go into the vegan side for the people that still want to eat Kentucky Fried Chicken and all of that.
If you still want
but then I started reading the article, and then they were like, and for those that don't want to eat plant-based chicken, they selling
chicken skin.
Chicken skin. Just the skin.
How many pictures? I'm like, what the product look like? I'm like, I trying to understand how this is gonna work, like just without the chicken. So somebody just peel it, put it in a box.
It's like the crunchy part. But I could pull up a picture. Hold on. But yeah,
I feel like that is a way. How do you feel? Like, you down for the chicken skin?
I down for that because I always used to peel it off and save it for last because I used to love the skin. So if that's an option, I mean,
so would you want to just buy the skin and no chicken though?
But no. I need my chicken.
As a side.
I would buy it as a side.
Instead of
I
fries,
would, trust me. I would. I really love the skin like that.
Like, I was a fan of it, but I don't know if I would just buy skin like that. I feel like that's just.
First of all, I don't feel like this is that weird. Like, I don't know why people feel like this is that weird. Because people
selling
sell
chicken
like
skin.
But the thing
saying
is
it like that, yeah.
Like that, yeah. But like, if you think about it, there are a lot of other skin.
Okay.
Like,
I know potato skins and stuff.
No, but like there are sell pig skin chips.
Look,
like those are chips. Like, and people are like.
Okay. Yo, the skin is the worst part.
I ain't never heard of a pig skin chip.
You
just put me onto something. I never heard of a pig skin chip.
There's a bunch of
never heard of that.
Chips. Yeah.
I know about that. Yeah.
But Colombian food too, if you eat it called like
chicharrón.
Chicharrón.
That's like, but chicharrón still has some meat on it though.
Yeah, but I mean to say like it's mainly fat. Like,
but it's just like you had this
pig fat.
You had this
the whole chicken
and you take the skin.
If all you want to do it with pork,
look,
why not with chicken? That's
so explain this chicharrón thing. I still trying to understand.
No, a chicharrón is like bacon. It's legit. It's
like
bacon.
It's like pig fat.
But it's
fried
mostly pig fat. But there's like meat still in between the chicharrón. So it's
that don't count.
But fried pork, they have like pork skin chips and stuff like that.
I never
like
eat that,
eat that.
That's wrong too.
Okay, but that's what I mean. Equality.
Yo, just look at it like
equality,
this. Like,
equality.
I find like. What do you think KFC does with the rest of the chicken?
What? Repeat that?
With the rest of the chicken.
Oh, we're going in.
What happened with the rest of the chicken?
Yeah.
I didn't hear the full question.
What happened? So you have the whole chicken. You take off the chicken skin. What happens with the rest of the chicken?
Maybe that's a new
residual chicken skin. Because if you think about it, if they have like nuggets,
so see how nasty this is getting at now. This is where I wanted. This is where I wanted to go.
Yeah, because look, if you think about it, if it's doing
residual chicken skin. They
like
don't take the chicken skin that's on the floor and the shit and they take it.
No, what I'm saying like, look, if they're making anything with it, they only need a white meat. For example, like, if you're making like...
At KFC?
First of all,
I get where she comes from.
First
Like,
of
thinking
all,
about what she's saying, it doesn't make kind of sense.
Tenders, anything like that, you don't need a skin.
Chickens, yes. At KFC, every chicken.
No,
chicken
that is
okay, but Woods, look at it this way. Look at it this way.
At KFC, that's not all skin.
Okay, look, I haven't had KFC in like 3 years.
You see, because you don't know how to fry chicken. That's the problem.
Oh, that's like a personal indirect shot.
When you breaded chicken without the skin and breaded chicken with the skin are two very different things.
Exactly, but KFC does both.
And that's what I'm saying.
Which one?
A nugget. If it's a nugget, that's pretty much just chicken that you bread and things, so you don't need the skin there. So I could understand you took the chicken, the skin off of the chicken.
Are we counting chicken nuggets as legit chicken?
I see where you're coming from. I never really...
At KFC, you see...
I never really compared that.
I have to be sure.
Hold up. What's
I don't know how
KFC
makes the nuggets. I don't know how KFC makes the nuggets behind the scenes. I'm going out from the general mindset of how nuggets are made. It's like, it's kind of scrap piece of chicken, like ground beef type of vibe, and they put it together and they bread that.
There's no skin on it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But that's what she's saying.
But is chicken nuggets chicken?
But yeah, that's not the only thing. You see, you don't.
It's a chicken nugget chicken. Listen to that question that you're asking.
No,
I understand what you're
speaking on it, but you don't.
I understand what you're saying, right? But chicken nugget, like we all see how chicken nugget is made, right?
That's why I told you. I don't know the exact process of how KFC makes the nuggets.
The same way McDonald's does, the same way Babysitter does.
But once you talk about...
Excuse me, can I talk? For me, please. 2 seconds. Por favor, I've been trying for the longest. Jesus Christ. KFC does not only have chicken nuggets. They also have like tenders and stuff. That's not grinded up meat. That's legit like white meat and stuff like that.
They got popcorn chicken.
If they got popcorn chicken, the twisters, all that fuck, all the burgers, none of that fuck got skin on it. All you know is the drumstick. That's all you fucking know.
And the wing.
The wing, that's it.
And the breast.
But you need to say all of the chicken got skin on it.
Like, I get where she's coming from.
I just say it.
And it does kind of make sense. Like, they could peel it off and just put it somewhere and it's like, cool.
It's fucking nasty though.
No, but I see it because
but you never
somebody
eat chicken skin?
Some
Yeah.
You don't taste good?
But just eating the chicken skin without the chicken?
I used to eat it for last.
I am vegan here too. I can't even look.
But look at it from a business
chicken
point.
Skin without eating the chicken.
But look at
it's like a dumb thing though.
You see,
it's like you go finish eat the thing, you go be hungry.
People has eat a lot of things.
It's
but
a snack.
You finish eat the chicken.
Like a popcorn chicken is a snack type of vibe.
No, but the popcorn chicken stick a chicken in it though.
But okay,
are you listening from a business perspective? Listen to this. If you got chicken skin, if somebody in there notice some CEO or whatever the fuck say, hey, look, we always got this amount of chicken skin left over. Let me fry the fucking sell it.
I ain't gonna lie, I would do that.
Yeah,
Come on.
I would.
It's the same type of logic.
And why is that good?
Would you not?
You know why I would do it?
People want to buy it. People want to buy it.
You know why I would do it?
Making money off of something you were trying away.
I read that right. On the KFC is doing it. I was like, yo, more people in the States gonna die about heart attack now.
I mean,
listen, I'm sure it's not healthy.
No, for sure not. There's a reason why my mother always used to take the skin off the chicken. Because that's where most of the cholesterol and everything be.
I used to save it and fry it apart and eat it. That's bad. That's what I'm telling you.
Part of the problem.
I could understand why people were saying
KFC know that I got people out here.
So you just take a regular chicken, take off the skin?
I've ever done it because I really am a fan of the skin. Like
so
that.
You just take regular chicken skin, you fry it yourself.
I did. I've done it. I'm not saying.
Don't question it.
I'm not proud, but I've done it. You know, and it wasn't
nasty shit though. So
I know it was unhealthy. I know it was unhealthy. It was seasoned and everything, so it was tasting nice. You know,
he's not proud, but he's proud though.
It went on good. I liked it. It's something I would do often, but I've done it before, so I would understand why people will sell chicken skin.
For
people that really. Like me, proud like that. But no, that's not me right now. But for people that wasn't like me, like that, they would buy it, and I would buy it maybe.
You know what irks me? Because this is exactly how a business is supposed to work, right? The business is supposed to work in a way that, okay, how would it be as efficient as possible?
Yeah,
but this is just nasty.
Okay, well, but people go still buy it.
Yeah. And you look at the comment section and people just like, yeah, go try this. Looks like it looks nice. Did it look nice to you, King? Did the picture look like, is this something you would want to eat?
Skin. It looked like chicken skin. It looked like KFC chicken skin.
Something you want to eat? Yeah, chicken skin.
It looked crispy though.
I'm done.
It looked like a good muncher. Really bite.
I'm done. Eat healthy, y'all. Eat your vegetables.
Yeah, it's just, like you say, it's just being efficient to wrap up all of that. So, okay, before we completely move on to this topic, let's show of hands, who are eating the chicken skin? You eating the chicken skin, we know that for sure.
I'm vegan. I don't even
have to not eating the chicken skin. Kalesi eating the chicken skin.
Wait, KFC.
But you know
chicken skin
No, when I was still eating.
But it didn't taste good.
I don't eat KFC.
Yeah, but I knew it was fucking unhealthy.
But it was tasting good. Okay, that's the reason.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's enough.
Well,
but I just was.
People don't watch healthiness no more.
They want. I want to hear Kana's whole like perspective on this.
So what if they make vegan chicken skin?
What are you doing?
How? Well, that's how I want to
the
know.
The same way to make vegan chicken. Chickpeas.
No, the skin.
Yo, I don't know how they make it vegan chicken skin, man. You can have a vegan chicken. They create a vegan chicken. I don't know what that is to begin with.
It's just soy meat, and they make it look like chicken, but to make the skin.
They'll find a way.
Just make the soy meat. The soy crispy.
They're busy making fake meat by growing actual animal proteins or whatever in a lab and culturing those.
No, but I
understand.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah,
but they're making lab grown meat. Yeah. Let's say they make some kind of, I don't know, they find the protein. If they
wasting resources to make lab grown skin, are done with this world now. We got a lot of other problems in this world.
That's questionable though. I give that.
If they gonna focus resources to reproduce skin,
I give that.
It's weird.
I agree.
But let's move on.
Yeah, then we move on.
Please.
So
we digress.
NBA, we in the finals. Anybody cares? Anybody watch? You watch basketball?
I mean,
yeah, but not as much as back then. But I
because we
did.
live in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Time difference.
Time
and all
difference.
That.
But back then I really used to be in it. All my friends with group chats and things, big discussions and things.
Money in the game and all that.
Care about the finals this year?
I mean,
we had the Warriors, Raptors.
I mean,
I see that most of the states rooting for the Raptors though. So I wonder.
I rooted for the Raptors. So
I don't know if most people rooting for the Raptors. I mean, I certainly see a lot of people cheering on Kawhi and talking about how good of a player Kawhi Leonard is and how he
perceives
came
to
up.
be the underdog in this?
Obviously, the Raptors.
Yeah.
That's why everybody cheering for them.
But
why? Because they're tired of the Golden State.
Yes, but that's why.
It's a superstar team, you know, and Curry, you know, that a guy. But, you know, I think with time, everybody wants to see something different, you know. And Kawhi, you know, he has his history too with Spurs and all of that. And be reaching here with the Raptors to the finals, that's big.
I know this is going to sound like a weird question, but do we think Drake has anything to do with this? The success the Raptors having?
He better not start talking
No,
because...
no. I don't look. The success has nothing to do with Drake. Maybe the
failures,
the fans, maybe the fans that like Drake see that Drake wants the Raptors to win, and they also maybe you might have a small crowd that's doing that, but I think it's mostly just they the underdogs. And
but it had a thing there that every team that Drake cheered for end up losing the curse. So I wouldn't see that it would be like a success for the Raptor. I would
kind of say Drake impacting the court, impacting the game half the court.
Yeah, with his fans probably.
Yeah.
You want me to read off kind of messages? Send them through. Light skin captain. That's what he said. Light skin captain.
Kana's a damn fool. I don't know why he didn't just come on the mic, but
he could have just. That's what I was right about to say. Man could have just come on the mic. Me and Woods could have been cheering on makeup in the corner. I could have sit on
something, but
just scoot over a little bit, hop on Woods' mic.
They all actually care about the finals, though.
I do.
Do you want to see the Raptors win?
Yes, I want to see the Raptors.
Because
if I didn't,
Admiral.
Okay. If I didn't go out yet last night, I would probably stay awake and watch the game.
I mean, it's good for the sport, you know. Because I mean, Golden State been mashing up the teams, them, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm also a fan of Golden State, but it's also good for the sport, you know.
Fan of Durant.
Excuse me?
Any Durant fans here?
Yeah.
Kinda saying yes. Are you welcome?
I mean,
he's there.
But he injured Kana. Are you a fan of the man if you can't play?
I mean, you still be a fan. I'm still a fan of Kobe. And the man ain't playing NBA no more, but I'm still a fan of Kobe.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's how it is.
But you see, I leave that. Back then I used to be deep in it, but I leave it go. You know, I was really like, look, the step that Durant make to come to the Golden State, you know, that wasn't, you know, respect.
You wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, you know, like, Lord, man, you know.
So now you following soccer? I mean, football for the European?
Yeah, I do live in a house with football players, so like I end up watching games with them, but not that I was following like that.
You fan of Ajax? You live in Amsterdam?
No, I live in Arnhem.
Okay.
But I watched the game though. That was crazy.
My boy.
That was crazy.
I'm trying to boob you.
Don't leave him hanging on camera, dog.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was sad though.
I know, but we still got a cup. We got 2 cups. We got 2 out of the 3.
Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah,
2 out of the 3. They in the Champions League for next year. So.
But it would have been something big.
If they got all 3,
it would have been big.
If they got all 3, that would have been
big.
Yo.
Would have been big.
I think Kana would have moved.
He
would. If they won all 3, I think he would not live on the campus no more.
Holland will still be known for having the best, worst football players.
Yeah,
the best, worst football players.
You know what the thing is. Before I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna switch over from this topic. Like the Netherlands has a lot of good players, but they don't stay in house.
They just go abroad.
They just go abroad, and what happens is like all these big teams buy these Dutch players, and then they never use them. The only reason they buy them is to make sure that their team reach the finals.
But do they see the Dutch team as that much of a threat that they buy?
I mean, they say they have to
not use them.
Real Madrid last year bought like 3 players and they use 1.
You see, I don't follow it.
They use 1. This year they're gonna buy De Ligt, the like everybody saying the breakout player like of the year. They buying him. I'm sure you ain't gonna see him play.
Interesting.
But that's just it's a tactic. I can't understand. They got so much money. They a lot of these teams are all oil monarchs and stuff.
People say that in the music industry, the same shit happens and the things like if you competing on my label, get this or if you a star that takes up a similar lane and I got one on my label type of thing, buy you, shelve you and stuff like that. Never put your album on, have you there 4 or 5 years, lose all the momentum that you had and all of these things. And I was like, oh, you gotta come back from like that type of shit happens in the music industry too.
It does happen.
Anytime you see certain people and it's like, why this person didn't put up music in so long? What happened to such and such?
What going on, yeah.
Oftentimes is fucked up contracts and they trying to get out of a contract deal and all kind of shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Any more topics?
We had one more thing that was this thing about the baby and the vagina, and I want to understand.
Oh God,
like,
I forgot all of you. I was happy that I forgot about it. Right?
Even going to
explain.
Say about
You got an article if you could read that, explain to me as well.
I have the article. Sadly,
I mean, I have it. By a 31-year-old woman was admitted to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center yesterday. This is the article. Basically, she shoved a 14-month-old into her vagina.
It would have been something. It was 14 years,
and the toddler got the toddler got stuck in her vaginal cavity. So she had to be admitted, rushed to the hospital. Mind you, this woman was a babysitter.
So it was not the woman's child.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll make it better or worse.
No, it makes it worse.
It's not your child.
Because at least you could say that the mother maybe got some crazy reaction or something.
She said, "Let me put it back in."
I want to feel the birth of my child one more time.
Ooh, that's rough.
Rough.
Was she trying to steal the kid or something? What was the logic behind this?
Hey, what was the reason like that though? Like wanted to. I don't know.
Yo, but can we talk about like I don't want to put this on y'all, but can we put the picture or a link of a picture of this girl in the description below?
What's mean to say some books is way to cover?
Yo,
that's what book.
She looks like a gremlin. She looks like somebody that will put a baby in a vagina.
Yeah, I mean, for anybody curious, you could Google
wow.
it.
But what does that look like?
This.
What's mean?
It looks like this.
What's mean?
Yo, you know what? It looks like this.
What's me to say?
Can you see it?
What's me to?
You see somebody that looks like this? Hide your babies. That's what I'm trying to say.
Wow.
Hide your babies.
Okay.
No, you can't hold my child.
You know the woman that used to play the principal in that movie, Matilda or something like that. Yo, even that woman looks better than this girl.
But wait. I got
Shout it out, Mike, but sure you can hear her laugh.
That's the one with the mole, though.
Yeah.
She a big boy.
Yo, if they make Matilda too, they need to cast this girl.
But let's speculate for a second. What would justify this? So like, what would make her doing this okay? What would have to happen that's like, okay, you understand why she put this baby inside of her?
If the house was on fire and her logic was
save the baby,
putting the baby in vagina would save the baby.
Okay.
That even wouldn't justify it.
Save the baby.
Give me your baby. Yeah. Give me yours too. Yeah. I got 2 babies. Let's go.
That's I just trying to understand, like why.
It's a 1 year and 2 month old baby. You know how big this fucking girl.
But you know what? One question that circulated in my mind is that, look, she get catch now, but she tried it
before. Yeah.
She's a babysitter.
I feel bad for this baby.
Like the parents.
The child was okay though. Like we know.
Let me.
The child survived.
The whole article.
If she was the child completely inside.
The little boy wore a diaper and pajamas, but he had his legs and abdomen stuck in the woman's vagina.
So he was on the outside. Completely inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how she got the child.
Safe. She was making sure the child could breathe. You know.
The doctor. I don't know how she got the child in there. We were both pulling as strong as we could, and we couldn't. and he couldn't come out.
My big toe probably get catch on.
Bye.
Something.
Get hooked. Get hooked like this.
The young boy suffers from a dislocated hip.
Oh God!
But doctors don't think he will suffer any anything serious from it.
But she must have.
Bye. He 14 months old. He probably ain't gonna.
Showed he grew up. He afraid to have sex.
Bye.
Yo,
he afraid of vagina.
This gonna sound fucked up, right?
I was already born. I will be born again.
But no,
and this ain't a Christian thing.
I would not be surprised if he just comes on and says, "Yo, I'm gay."
Bye, please title the episode as that. Please, we got to start titling the episodes again and be born again.
Yeah.
please let that be the title.
So he the legit, like, if he a Christian, then he's a born again.
King was on the right track. What would really make that okay?
Yeah.
There is no
because you would never be able to explain that way. I mean, obviously she mentally unstable. Like she need.
Imagine the ride to the hospital though.
Yeah. Like how you want to explain that?
How you sitting down? First of all,
This is baby just.
You're sitting down and the baby like
the baby there watching you.
Looking like
right to the hospital, like,
hey, what you doing?
Yo, my feet wet.
14 months is he old enough to be saying like
I ain't been in about a year.
Yeah, for real. Could the baby talk?
You as a parent
Could the baby talk? What was the baby saying?
That why?
If the baby could talk, what was it saying?
It wet. It feels nasty.
But understand. But imagine if I think. Imagine the other kid she had babysit for now.
That's why. Like, how many more children has been in there?
I would be checking my kids though.
Honestly, if that were my child, I would. First of all, if that was my kid, I would never hire a babysitter that looked like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ooh, they're about to come for you and he's
I don't care. She looked like a gremlin dog. She looked, eat my child.
I feel it was with the ugly babysitter.
She legit doesn't look like she take care of herself.
I know Woods is not calling her ugly though. I think Woods mean to say she not put together. Like she doesn't
look like
crazy.
somebody that's cleanly.
No, I think he mean to say she look a little unstable.
Yes,
but
the
thing there, argument that could come from that is like, you got a kid, your woman don't want no fine babysitter because she gonna be lit around the house and things. She gonna trust you around a fine babysitter.
She needs
so it's like cool. I want her
to look decent at least. Look like she.
But what he said was strong though, because if you look like you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of my child.
I understand that I can understand, but just
I have a thing with feet, right?
Okay then.
So you gonna watch your feet?
If I talk to a girl, the first thing I look at before I even talk to a girl is her feet. If you can't take care of your feet, then the rest of your body is a question mark to me, dog.
Random side note: socks and slippers, like. Socks
and slippers, I understand why some people do it.
I was about to go the other way. So you're the type who does have sex with socks on then? Or like how, like,
wait,
what going on?
Where we going?
So how you feel about your old feet?
No, I don't wear my socks.
How are you feel about that?
But why we went from that to that?
I don't know.
My feet clean.
We were talking about it because they're just saying. Like, how are you feel about that?
What, like,
we just here already. We here already. It's too late. Just keep going.
If your foot stink, cover it up.
I don't get why that would be an issue though. Like, if
I know some people who legit don't.
You're talking about like
they just say like they wouldn't at all without socks on.
And
I mean, no. Then I would be
like, why?
Then I would want to see your feet.
Yeah.
Like if you don't want to show me, like if your feet that bad,
then your feet probably.
How are we gonna go to the beach first of all?
They don't probably.
Because I would have to see your feet eventually. We're gonna take a bath together eventually. Like I'm going to see it, so might as well show me now.
Yeah, don't hide it.
And forever hold your feet.
No hide it.
Is there an issue with having sex with your socks on? Like, is that a problem?
I would like. Who looks at feet when they're having sex? I mean, once you're really in it.
I mean, obviously,
you know
people with foot fetishes.
When you're like getting in the mood and foreplay, I could understand like massaging the feet and whatnot. But once you're like doing the rabbit. Okay, wait, no, I ain't doing the rabbit.
rabbit. Whoa.
Pause. But once you're doing that, you ain't gonna look at the feet no more. Who literally looks like, nah, nigga, nah. Go home.
Yeah, but I mean, it's something I hear. It's something I hear more.
But imagine
from,
you got long toenails and thinking it's scratching it.
That women don't like having sex with a guy if he have his socks on or something like that.
Like if you got like weight, if you got weight toe and something like touching my leg and I don't know what it is, okay, then I'm gonna look in the back. If you got a toe that like goes all the way to the side like this and the other fingers like this, I'm gonna be like, okay, wait.
No, but it ain't even that. It's like if you think about it now, a lot of times it's like they purposely keep the socks on your check. Cause like you taking off everything and you just like your pants come down, it take off your sock halfway, but you just make the conscious decision that you want to keep on a sock. Like it's a big deal to you. So then I feel like if that's a big deal to you,
I think maybe I think people got issues with that.
Think twice.
I know if y'all see.
I have a foot fetish, but even me not like
you have a foot fetish.
What?
I mean foot fetish in the sense of like
you just be kissing up the toes and thing.
No. I mean foot fetish in the sense that
we're learning a lot of things about
I do kiss the toe when I give it a massage, but I look at feet, like I look at toes and like.
Said why?
That's why you just be watching the foot because you know you're going to kiss it.
Yeah,
no,
you know you're gonna be in his mouth later.
Like, that's how I look at the cleanliness of the like. If you take your time to like legit keep your feet looking nice and you put like nail polish and all of that, if you do that, that means the rest of your body you must be legit putting a lot of effort and working to look presentable.
Sometimes it don't even be done now.
Imagine it's just the toes.
Like,
nothing
there's something wrong with your priority.
Imagine it's just look, that's all you get.
No, Denzel got a point because listen, the girls, I just feel like this. Girls who don't paint their nails is because their toenails look cute. Like, if your toenails don't look cute, you have to be painting a bit.
No, I mean in the sense of just like, taking care of it, like cutting the nails. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
But I'm just saying, I just saying that the nail polish might be a scam. Just saying, be wary.
Don't be fooled.
Don't be fooled.
I've been looking at feet for 20 years. No, trust me.
Like I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm not wearing any open-toed shoes if my nails are not painted. The way my toenails set up, it ain't in the cards for me. Some stuff ain't for you. No, nail polish is the goat. Is the goat.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
So what going on with your toenails?
Listen, yo.
I know mine ain't the prettiest, but I mean I'm a dude. Like,
yeah, mine are all right. I got like a split toe somewhere down there.
Yeah, you see. You know about this. You about to trip on me. No, I don't have it on the secret.
I was gonna say something.
But I used to get like ingrown toenails like bad, and I had them like operated, so I take them out. But like after you do that, it don't grow back normal. So like it is like,
so you got a half nail?
No, I have my full nail, but like they're not the same, and like it doesn't make them grow back like at it like
even.
Yeah, it not like flat on like one of them.
So you got mountains on your feet.
Like, no, it's not mountains neither. It just like I don't think the average person would really look at it, but because I know it there,
okay.
And it was like a thing because I used to have to wear band-aids around my toe. Yeah, you're checking, you're nodding your head because you used to tease me too. Okay.
I don't. Okay, let's not portray me.
Yeah.
I might have asked a few questions in a really funny way, but I need to.
Okay.
The past in the past.
So because of that, I'm super conscious of it. So I would never like do the no nail polishing, and I know a few other girls who like is the nail, and that's why they just do nail polishing and really like. Plus, I mean, nail polish could last longer than you would think now. Like,
how did we land in talking?
I mean,
on toes?
Yes.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
It was the woman, the gremlin.
So yeah, somebody want to know about socks and whatnot.
If a face looks like that, how do you think
Gary
her toes
started.
look?
He was like, how are you feel about
wait. How do you think a vagina looked? Oh God, I feel really bad for this baby, dog. Honestly.
Why are you trying to picture it? Yeah. At least she was like, I'm gonna leave you breed.
Yeah, cause that was my biggest thing. I thought that's how it would
I think
have
she
been.
already tried the head once, and this is like the second offense. And she said the head was too small. I mean, let's go with the feet first. Who starts with feet first?
How the head about yeah.
No, but I mean just the head.
Yeah, but the shoulders is a widest part.
I understand, but I think she just put the head in first.
The feet you could slide
I think she honestly started with the head and the shoulders stopped the rest of it, so she turned around and started with the leg.
Was there no police investigation? Because I really want to know her motive. I want to know the motive for this.
The article still continues,
We're going to bring the full article. We're going to be more...
Really think about it. You there chilling at work or wherever it is.
Okay, you get his phone
the
call.
babysitter was interrogated by the police and confessed to deliberately inserting the child in her vaginal cavity. She explained that she was feeling depressed after her doctor told her she could never have a child.
Okay.
And wanted to know how birth felt like.
But how she put a child in makes sense if she was trying to give birth.
Dark. I feel bad now.
Cause the baby to come out head first anyway, so she was I mean
Miss Brown,
that's true, but like in that case they would probably do an emergency.
Miss Brown now faces a total of 11 criminal charges.
Oh, she a brown?
Why am I not surprised?
She a brown without the E, right?
She a brown without the E.
Yeah.
Same family.
No.
The same people.
That was Ohio.
No, it was Ohio.
Yeah. That's not mine. No,
man, the same family. The E don't matter.
No, man.
That's your people.
I don't even be surprised now when some crazy thing go down.
She could spend
the last name Brown. I'd be
65 years in prison.
How much?
She could spend 65 years in prison.
65?
65.
I mean,
but what's the why? Like, what are you
charged
with?
11
child endangerment, kidnapping,
including aggravated child neglect. There's like a lot of
aggravated.
But those things with child in it.
States got years on those things.
Yeah,
they got years.
Because it's 11 assaults. It's 11 assaults. So it's maybe one is 5, there's the other one is 6. So if she gets charged for all of them, it's gonna come up to that.
That much I could get, but I was just curious.
Yeah, like how would you really respond if somebody call you up and be like,
I would
halfway the next chick.
I would
move towards the fucking mic.
I would beat her up.
Just scoot the chair.
I don't.
You can hear.
I don't condone into violence, but if you put
that's my child, that's my child. I don't know what I would do, but I would go crazy though. I would go crazy.
Shit. I would lose it. I would legit blank out, and then when I come back to life, I would like, what I do? But I did something. I will do something for sure.
Yeah, man. I can't put my child in you. No, man. Don't do that. No.
Especially looking like that.
Bye.
No, man. My child gonna grow up traumatized.
No, that's not body. No, she allowing me to body shame her, dog.
Stop ugly shaming. Look shaming.
It would still be a fucked up situation, but I would find a flaw.
You bad.
And I would go deep into that flaw of that person, dog.
I feel like they ain't no.
She deserves my criticism right now. I don't care what anybody
like you
tells
really gotta search for the flaw. I mean, sis put a baby in her vagina.
Yes.
It ain't like a lot of searching for flaws, dog.
No, she's
sick in the head.
She ain't good.
And she look like a gremlin.
But I mean, I think we spent enough time talking about this woman because I feel like there are certain questions I have that I don't think we got the answers to. As to like, yes, I understand. Like you say, she wanted a baby. She wanted to feel what it's like to give birth, but to me, I still
take a hard object, put it in your vagina, and push it back out.
But it ain't gonna be a child.
Why does it have to be a live child? What if she actually succeeded in putting the baby all the way inside of her body,
and
the baby died?
Yeah,
but that ain't like attempted murder or something.
Yo, that would have been.
But so if it was head first, it would have been attempted murder.
I think attempted murder.
Then she
is also included in the charge.
Even this could still be attempted murder. If you was trying to put it completely in type of thing like that.
That's attempted murder.
But y'all ain't noticed I have like a lot of stories recently with like crazy shit happening to
it's the food and the drugs they're giving all these people.
I see another
the
story.
The fucking chicken skin.
It's the chicken skin. Okay.
I know you say that.
Feeding people chicken skin. This is what happened. And Ohio, ironically enough, is KFC country, dog.
So, Kalisa, what you say?
You see what I mean?
Blaming the chicken skin, man. Leave the chicken out of this, man.
Anyways, I see another story there how some girl who hopped up on drugs eat a toddler. It had another one. I swear I sent it in a group chat, but I can't find it now. Did I not?
Okay.
Did I not?
I don't know. Maybe you did. I don't know which one you're talking about specifically.
It had like 3 or 4.
It had all of these drugs and all of these things that they consuming in the States.
It had this dude that he killed 23 pizza men, I think, 6 postmen, because
what?
pizza. He used to order something.
Pizza delivery people.
Yeah, and he used to organize barbecues, and everybody say, yeah, he's a friendly neighbor. But late at night, he used to use a chainsaw and thing.
Barbecuing people.
Bye.
But police came and found like 700 pounds. Then the neighbors went on and saying, yeah, he's a really nice guy. He used to
humans, dog.
He organized
really
barbecue.
Nice
like, what type of barbecue they y'all eat?
A person.
Exactly. They're probably eating people the whole time thinking, yo, these ribs good.
Imagine you were like, that was some delicious barbecue.
Where you find
these ribs look kind of human.
And the policeman them said, you could have seen that it was like seasoned and thing. Bro.
The human meat was seasoned.
Yeah, the seasoned.
At least he seasoned it.
I mean,
what?
I mean, honestly,
that don't make it right.
I mean, honestly, if you have to look at it objectively, it's the same as just eating regular meat. It's the same.
No.
It's just the social.
The social aspect. It's a little more than that. There's a little more than that because there's different science that would tell you that there's negative things that could come from eating human meat, eating brains and different parts of human.
Regular meat as well, pork and all of that.
Like you
I'm not talking raw. There's like just the way. I'm not a doctor.
How humans is processed human meat?
Because what you're talking about is usually when they eat human meat raw.
Who the fuck eating raw human meat, dog?
A lot of times when you castaways, because this is where that information comes from. What you're talking about, when you eat raw human meat, it fucks up with your psyche, and a lot of people die from eating human meat. But if you cook it, it's the same thing with cooking chicken or with cooking
that whole
meat.
Thing, that was a whole big
all
thing.
of that bacteria you destroy it.
That was a whole big thing. Yeah, that was a whole big thing on the 100. I don't know if you watch it. There was a point when they all was down in the bunker and they was talking about the psychosis or the craziness that could come from eating human meat. That comes, the thing that give an example of people lost in space type of vibe or something like that as well.
But that's raw.
And
it's
if
not
you
cooked.
gotta eat, I don't know nothing about the raw. I would need to remember and check that out.
But one says the same as eating.
It is like if you look at it,
you
process the meat.
It's all meat. It's all meat at the end of the day.
I understand what you're saying.
It's like we have this attachment to dogs and cats, and we don't eat dogs and cats, but in Asia there's certain places that do.
No, I for sure 100% understand what you're saying. Meat is meat, but my whole thing is like from a like socially acceptable standpoint, it would be fucking chaos if people was out here eating people, it would be chaos.
Yeah, that just because we view humans different ways. Exactly like what's saying, whereas like in Asia and China, they view the thing that is socially acceptable there to eat dogs and cats or whatever. Here we look at it a little differently.
But when it would be socially acceptable to eat people. Then
you don't know that. You don't know that. You do not know that.
But I said,
I'm sure there's places.
If I have a tradition,
the word cannibal exists for a reason.
Yeah, I do believe,
but like when we start accepting it the way we accept like eating like cow and stuff.
Not everybody here accepts it.
I don't eat cows either, so shut up.
No, I don't eat, but I'm just making a counter argument like I don't eat meat.
No, I understand, but I'm saying if we as a society accept it at a certain point, you gonna think that gonna result in total fucking chaos? Because that's what I'm saying is a difference.
It depends.
If they all understand eating human and they start
what if they take a small section of humans and they just keep cultivating those humans in mass production and then they just eat meat? You would and it becomes a social standard for eating those type of meat. But like it would be like slave meat, for example.
I don't think that would be as socially acceptable. It's for the same reason that most cultures don't eat cats and dogs is because we recognize familiarity in them and we view them as
our side of the world.
Did I not say that? I didn't say everyone. Okay, listen. When you don't go watch the episode because clearly you don't watch them. According to you just now. I mean, you could go play it back later and listen to what I say since, I mean, you ain't hearing it correctly. But I mean, hey, it's fine.
But to me, it could just be easily... The example that I could see in my head where it could be socially acceptable is, for example, if those people on North Sentinel Island, the place where the Christian missionary went to and ended up getting killed because those people is like, we don't fuck with over there. Yeah. Like, if something like that... any enemy that we capture, we kill them and eat them, for example, is like, I could easily see a civilization, a hunter-gatherer tribe or something like that, living like that,
it's not
having
just,
those type
it's
of
not
rules.
just that. If we just as humans,
may not
just
be mass scale, but I mean, for them, it's socially acceptable or something like that.
If we as humans, for example, I could see a scenario where if slaves were still a thing and they acquired a taste of eating slave meat.
I'm sure there's people with enough money that eat humans currently. I'm sure there's people in our time that eat humans that have enough money because I want a rare delicacy. But the type of people who eat all the endangered species of animals.
I don't doubt it at all.
It wouldn't surprise me if somebody out there eating humans.
If it becomes socially acceptable, then you have a whole other element going. Like, nah, I don't think it's the same. Cause like, self-preservation is like a strong thing, and people gonna feel like, if we let people eat people, was to stop somebody from eating me, like.
I mean, I think we all can agree that it won't be happening on a mass scale. That humans eating humans and other humans just cool with that because it's obvious that's like, okay, so I'm gonna be next then.
But that's why I say I don't think it's exactly the same.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just because we have this preconceived notion because we live in here right now in this time period where we have these social norms and values. If we did not have these these social values, it would have been a whole different ballgame. But it's very hard to come with that perspective, having our perspective.
I think, it just came from like, back then it was to hunt, humans hunt animals to eat their meat.
Like I'm sure Vikings or something like that.
So they were, but now, like in whereas it is acceptable that humans must die first and then they will eat the meat, or they would hunt humans too and eat the meat.
That's what I'm saying. That's a very fine line. That's a very once you start being like, what, a little cannibalism cool on the weekends, like and then
if you look at it in the sense of there's practically wars and people killing each other like every single day.
And
like we barely value human lives in terms of how they bombing and mass exercise and all this stuff.
But that's with different intentions though.
I mean, really,
but ain't really to eat the meat. But I'm saying, where does the line come? Where does the line be drawn? You're going to hunt people to eat the meat,
what I think,
or you're going to wait till they die, they put it in the freezer, and then you're going to eat it.
Then next thing you know, the world is a whole fucking purge.
So like everybody, you're going to make sure that, hey, you bury my body when I die. I don't want my meat to be eaten.
Burn it.
Yeah, burn it.
But I think we end up in a weird area.
We
end up in a weird conversation. And so I think we should start wrapping up. We're almost heading on 2 hours, and I wanted to make this one a little shorter than usually. But
how we reached 2 hours?
By Denzel was supposed to be somewhere at 4 now. He was supposed to be in Tilburg.
So with Denzel, if you got anything that you want our listeners to know, make sure they check out the music and them type of things.
Yeah, man. So listeners, just follow
the IG for them.
Yeah, for sure. Follow me at Kulchagram. That's Kulcha. Gram, Gram. Check me on Facebook, just Denzel Browne with an E in the back. There's not the Brown, Ohio type Brown, it's just Denzel Browne with an E in the back.
So you're not family to Chris Brown then? Okay,
no. But yeah, if he wants to be family with me, no problem. I'll give him
just
that.
Chris Brown, but not she.
Yeah.
Okay, then, I see.
So yeah, follow me there. Spotify will be. I'm busy setting up my page now because, as I said, I'm coming out as Kulchagram. So Spotify will become Kulchagram, not Denzel.
Okay.
So my Señorita, 27th of June, will be out there on all the streams available to you. And yeah, again, thanks for having me.
No problem, man.
Thank you for the topics and giving me the chance. Yeah, it's interesting, kind of weird, but hey.
Yo, this episode was a little.
We then kind of left. But.
Yeah. No problem.
It don't really usually be like this.
I hope it didn't me.
But anything else? Anything else?
No, but
music.
Yeah, that's me. Be posted. Plenty things to come. Watch out for the performances. And who knows, London, look out for me.
Okay then. So Woods and Calissa, y'all got anything to add?
Fuck chicken skin. That's all I gotta say today.
Okay then.
Yeah, please just name this episode Reborn,
Born again.
Born again.
Okay then.
Yeah,
Born again
that's
chicken
fair.
skin.
I'll think about
Born
it.
again chicken skin.
I'll think about it. But
they're thinking like chicken skin, like, ooh. Chicken skin.
No, that's not what it's called in English. I hate when I hear do that.
Chicken skin.
Kipperfell?
Kipperfell, yeah.
Yeah.
It's called goosebumps, not chicken skin.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, people, I think it's time to wrap up this episode. So we'll see y'all the next time we link up. Until then, peace out.
Be blessed. Ayo.